Do your financial goals feel out of reach? Well, let me tell you something, SuperMegaCast listener. They don't have to be. Start making your financial dreams a reality with Chime. Signing up only takes 2 minutes and doesn't affect your credit score. Get started at chime.com/super. That's chime.com/super. The Chime Credit Builder Visa Credit Card is issued by Stride Bank North America, pursuant to a license from Visa USA. Chime checking account and $200 qualifying direct deposit required to apply for the secure Chime Credit Builder Visa Credit Card. Based on a study conducted by Experian, Credit Builder members observed an average 30-point FICO score increase after 8 months, with regular on-time payments. Results may vary. See chime.com for details. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees may apply, except at MoneyPass ATMs and a 7-Eleven or any Allpoint or Visa Plus Alliance ATM.
When was the last time you treated yourself to something quality? We're not calling you basic, but we get it. Sometimes it feels like quality things are out of reach. Now that MeUndies is available on the MeUndies website, Amazon, and in Nordstrom stores across the country, you don't have to choose between quality and convenience. Join the MeUndies membership and save up to 30% on most purchases. Members also get tons of other perks, like early access and free shipping. To get 25% off your first order and free standard shipping, head to MeUndies.com/SuperMega. That's MeUndies.com/SuperMega. The sale is only available for online purchases. Remember, if you're not 100% satisfied, it's on them.
Yep, that's right. It's another episode of the
SuperMegaCast with Ryan McGee
Matt Watson
and
Aksually.
Aksually?
I actually changed up the pronunciation a little bit. I think the last
that
time I was
threw me
on
off.
here, it was actually, but Prezzo told me Aksually sounds cooler.
Aksually does sound cool.
And you're sticking with it?
I'm sticking with it.
Okay.
It's my new
Okay.
thing. This is what I came here to promote.
Anything else? So that's just to promote the name?
No, actually.
What we said was you can come on and promote one thing. We'll give you airtime to promote one thing.
Oh. Well, okay, then that's not.
No,
the thing.
that was you just did.
Well, no, I have.
You have one more thing at the end. But
Okay.
That's it for the beginning,
Let's not
unfortunately.
be too generous, okay?
Oh, yeah.
You know.
But it has to be the same as the first thing.
I flew in all the way from Estonia, so I would appreciate if I could get at least 2.
Maybe at some point, maybe like during an ad read or something.
We'll see.
That's when
I
the
can-
viewers are like really watching the shit too.
Well, as you've just seen, our guest is a sweet Estonian baby boy. Where's Estonia? It's by the Philippines, right?
Absolutely not. It's it's in Northeast Europe, right by Sweden, Finland, Russia, Latvia. I know you probably got a lot of Latvian listeners out there.
We do, actually.
Yeah, Riga, the
Hey,
capital of.
Latvians rise up.
Yeah.
Not in like a revolutionary way, just in like a...
I mean, do they need to, or are they good?
I think they're fine.
Are the Latvians all right?
They can be as fine as they probably can be in their situation.
Okay.
I'm excited for this episode because we're going to be talking specifically only about Baltic politics.
Yes, there's a lot to talk about. The fucked up haircut guy that's been going around on Twitter.
Dude, that's insane. The day,
Fill me in. What's going on?
So the day after he got here, I just went on Twitter and boom, Estonian news on Twitter. And it said, this is the face of white nationalism in Estonia. The guy that's the head of the... What is it? A white nationalist party?
Is it a bowl cut or is
he's
it just
so.
It's better.
I don't think he's the head.
better than a bowl cut?
I don't think he's the head of the White Nationalist Party, but he did run for parliament. I don't know if he got in, but he has this really fucked up looking haircut where it looks like he had some kind of like manic episode and he just took scissors to it, and there's like the fringe is all fucked up and like the side is like all uneven.
Is it just a messy haircut?
Luke, put this picture up. Also put it next to Aksel's face so people could see the good Estonian comparison. You ready for this?
He looks like that MMA dude.
He cut like...
Do you know what I'm talking about? He's known for like eating a shit ton and like getting really big and then getting fit again and like going up and down. He has that same haircut. Can't remember what his name is.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He's some MMA. I wish I was more into MMA.
Me too. It seems kind of awesome.
You know, I think especially with a back injury, I could have a really good comeback story with MMA because it's a bit safer than boxing.
Is that back injury from last year?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Yep.
You poor thing.
Yeah,
Hey.
Ryan got his back blown out.
Yeah, I did.
Hey.
Professionally.
Yeah, professionally. He had his back professionally blown out.
Oh.
And he paid to have it done, too.
Mm-hmm.
How much does a little service like that cost? I'm asking for a friend.
Thousands of dollars. Thousands of
If you want it
dollars.
blown out right, yeah.
I'm going to have to get it done by an amateur then.
Yeah. You can do it yourself.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have to look into that.
Do you think that there is a day in the future, Ryan, where you could go a whole week without even thinking about it? Or is it really for the rest of your life now? It's just When you're older, is it going to be way worse, you think?
They didn't sugarcoat it. So they were like, yeah, it's something that you'll have to deal with. But I feel like if I lose weight, if I actually do my stretches every day, it could be at a point to maybe where I don't notice it. But it is always something like right now, if I focused on it, I could feel like the strain in a particular part.
Because you have a bulged disc that pushes on your sciatic nerve.
Used to push on my sciatic nerve. Haven't had any sciatic nerve issues for a while.
But it's still a bulged disc, right?
Mm-hmm.
How does something like that happen? Was it just like a misstep? Or?
You have like a lot of like impact over time and not giving it rest to like not be like what is the de-inflate?
Yeah,
de-inflammate.
He trained excessively, too much in a short period of time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it
too dedicated. Ryan cares too much about charity. That's his problem.
Yep.
You did it for the kids, man.
Yeah, but I didn't receive a single thanks, believe it or not, from a single kid about that either. So,
which is why we no longer donate to charity because
they're ungrateful. Most of them are.
I have noticed that.
Pisses me off. It really pisses me off.
That's why I love coming on here. You guys just say it how it is.
We call the shots how we see them, you know? That's why people like us. We don't sugarcoat things. We don't, beat around the bush. We call it like it is. And
well, you guys beat around the bush, but just not in that manner.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we do. A woman's bush.
I'm glad you stated it because it's not a bros.
I don't know how they do things over in Estonia, dude, but
dude, Estonia is the most straight country on earth, man. Not a single homosexual in the country.
Really?
Yeah.
How did y'all achieve? How did y'all get there?
Just
how did that happen?
Yes,
I guess is the right way to.
We don't got the gay gene, man. We got the straight gene.
Imagine if that's like a country's #1 claim to fame.
There was
no way.
What was? It's in that region of the world.
Right.
There's not a single gay person that lives.
Do you want me to just start listing off countries?
Yes.
Latvia, Lithuania, Belarus, Ukraine, Romania, Bulgaria, Kazakhstan. Well, that's a little bit on the other side, but they kind of vibe with that.
There's a country over there that was a couple years ago unbelievably like jailing, LGBTQ people.
Poland?
No, I know that's like in most parts of the world, if not all of them. They're like especially where my ancestors are from. The Dutch.
Oh, you're Dutch?
Yeah, Summit.
Dude, the Dutch language is one of the most fucked up things I've ever had to listen to in my life.
Well, it's disgusting. It's why I never learned.
It's very gross.
I could have connected with my grandmother and maybe my grandfather didn't know Dutch, but my grandmother a little more. But I felt like it was just such a putrid, grating language that it wasn't worth it.
It's very like,
yeah. I'd almost be gagging like in the middle of conversation from my own voice.
At least it clears your throat, though. It's like a multi-purpose.
You know what's a really fucked up, weird sounding language is Norwegian. If you ever actually heard Norwegian, it's insane sounding. It's just like, it sounds like the snake language from Harry Potter. It's like super
Parcel tongue?
Parcel tongue, yeah.
Parcel or parcel?
I thought it was parcel tongue.
What is it? Fuck. You're a big Harry
You're
Potter.
You're a Potterhead, dude.
Oh, shit.
You won first place at the Pottermore, what is it, spelling bee?
I actually have only seen like one Harry Potter movie in my life. It was the first one. And I thought the kids were so terrible at acting that I'll never watch another one. They're really bad in that movie.
They were. But, well, I guess that's the thing. Like, the director did bring a lot of charm, but the director can only...
Christopher Columbus?
Yes.
Yeah.
And... yes,
that's his name.
It is his name.
Is that actually name?
Every
director's name.
Even when I bring it up, every time it's brought up, yeah, it's Matt and I always just talk about like how it's good to see him have a comeback after what he did those hundreds of years ago.
Yeah, he had a lot of time to.
He's got a life expectancy on him. Like, goddamn.
Yeah,
still kicking.
Mm-hmm.
Making good movies apparently now too.
Wow,
well, I don't know what the last thing he made was. I think didn't he do the Percy Jackson movie? The shitty one?
I never saw it.
Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, right?
Yeah, I'm a big Percy Jackson head.
Dude, you do look like the type of guy. You look like the type of guy I'd see on like a bus reading Percy Jackson.
I don't read.
Parcel tongue.
Did you look it up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
One word.
Parcel tongue.
It's catchy.
If does it have are there any stems in there that have to do with snakes?
Well, parcel, doesn't that mean like a package?
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan, you want to know what your parcel tongue name is?
Sure, give it to me.
Hase se. That is. That's Aksel. Yours is ha atheya.
That's
And mine actually sounds like the opposite of yours. Mine is se hate. They're written out like that. It'll be like
Alright.
6 S's, E-H-H-H-H. So
So what do you think about this Snape character?
is that a Harry Potter person?
what do you mean is that?
I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm like not culturally aware.
What about
of that.
Katniss Everdeen?
That's Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Yes, I did see one of those movies.
Which one?
The first one, actually.
And you loved it.
I did actually love it. I was watching it with my friends, and
did
then we didn't keep watching. But I thought it was fun. I thought it was
They're
like
fun movies.
Yeah,
I enjoyed
Catching
them.
Fire was fun, I think.
I'm big on. I did a Twilight marathon recently. That was like my.
So did I.
So good.
But I will say, as much as I'd love to really get into it, I feel like in the last 20 episodes, I've brought up Twilight quite a bit.
But Sopranos, that's something that you're getting into.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen a single
It's really
episode.
good.
It's really, really good. It's just endlessly quotable.
It is. It's really fucking
Italians are fucking hilarious.
funny. It's the perfect mixture of dark drama with very good comedy.
Like Breaking Bad.
Yeah, but it's very serious, but it's also very funny.
Very funny.
I also say it's a little different because like I think in like most mob, I mean I've only seen the first 6 episodes, so I can't speak for the rest. But from what I've seen, like Goodfellas, a lot of mob movies I feel like are really really brutal, and this seems like because it takes place in the late 90s, so it's not like the brutal type of like early gangster shit from like the 60s.
They're still like, I guess.
Oh, you'll
brutal
get there,
shit.
believe me.
Oh yeah,
I part of me was like, I feel like it's a brutal show.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's
I mean,
I feel like some shit goes down.
definitely at points it does. But then in the middle of it, they're sitting in their little restaurants and they're going,
Whatever they say. I try not to learn too much about Italian.
the less you know, the
heritage.
better. That's actually what Tame Impala wrote that song about. He wrote it about Italians. The song "The Less I Know, the Better."
They have
What
this.
it's about.
They have this really good episode. This is like, it's not really a spoiler. There's an episode, I think in maybe season 2, where the whole episode is based around Columbus Day and how like people are kind of starting to become more aware that Columbus Day is a little bit problematic, and then all the Italians are really pissed off. They're like, oh, Christopher Columbus was an Italian. They're taking him away from us. He was an Italian explorer.
They're gonna take down his statues.
It's a great show. I'm excited to watch some more tonight.
Yes, I'm
You
very
mean
excited.
the Hoovski?
Yes. You've been treating us very well, I gotta say.
Except last night,
Did you do this shit again last night?
I did this morning. I woke up and I heard them laughing at TV downstairs, so I did do a couple fart sounds. I will say, I didn't actually so Prezzo is also staying with me until I think for just 2 nights.
Yeah,
and
Friday, yeah.
last night, we watched a bunch of videos in the living room of LA intersection takeovers where they surround the intersection, everyone drifts in the middle.
Yeah, sideshows, yeah.
For like an hour, and then I was like, I'm gonna go upstairs and watch some TV. Went upstairs, watched TV, fell asleep, woke up at 5 and was like, I never gave Prezzo a pillow or a blanket. So
I put a little blanket on.
yeah,
him.
so
I took care of him.
I woke up and I was like, but then by the time I woke up, I'm like, well, it's almost morning now.
Prezzo's like a
figured it out.
cat. He can sleep anywhere.
He seems like that.
He also likes to crawl up on people's laps, lay his head there.
Did that to me last night. It was nice.
He did, yeah.
He's got a nice warm soul.
He does.
Does he purr at all?
You can get him to purr.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you know the way to his heart,
Okay.
you can get him to purr.
And let me tell you, it's through the back door.
Okay.
See, that's actually what I wanted to bring up is there's an uncomfortable amount of gay sex at Matt's house.
Between
Well,
Just-
why does it make you uncomfortable?
who?
Are you homophobic?
I'm not homophobic. I just don't think it's right.
That sounds like you're homophobic.
It's not homophobic to follow the God's word. Jesus wasn't homophobic.
Well, specifically, I mean, he was. I mean,
If Jesus saw two,
well, Jesus loved everyone,
exactly.
but he disagreed with.
But he liked some people less.
This is like a.
Jesus never said a single thing about homosexuality.
This is like
His dad did.
Homosexuality didn't
A
exist back
stalemate.
then. It was invented like last century.
Dude, not my white ass chilling in Sodom and Gomorrah.
Jesus seemed like a nice guy. I don't think he would like say anything bad. He wouldn't use any slurs or anything.
Who's to say? They didn't have streams back then. He couldn't go live on Twitch and speak his mind. He couldn't get involved in a political debate.
He didn't debate destiny.
Yeah.
Dude, it's actually crazy. I saw something. Is it true that Jesus only spoke like a couple times in his whole life?
I don't know.
I
feel like that's like...
I saw the movie with Willem Dafoe as Jesus, and he talked quite a few times.
That is such an interesting casting choice.
My mom had that on VHS, and I always remember seeing it, but I was always too scared to watch it because they tortured Jesus.
Is that what that GIF is for? That picture where he's like looking? No, that's from The Lighthouse. Never mind. I'm confusing things.
Wasn't the...
You know what I'm talking about? Where he's like...
I thought that was from not Beowulf. What is that? The Northman?
Okay, so
maybe
the lighthouse is black and white, so that would be the identifier. Was it black and white? The GIF?
No, they're making Passion of the Christ too.
They're trying to. We'll see if it ever actually like.
What does that involve? Like,
how do they make a sequel?
He's going to hell and he's gonna face Satan
and a rock off.
Mm-hmm. To get his soul back, so he can go to heaven and tell his father to halt the end times. For I have saved your children.
That would be awesome. They bring Mel Gibson back to play Jesus. I saw
Mel Gibson didn't play Jesus. He directed the movie.
Wait, Mel Gibson didn't play Jesus?
No.
I've never seen it. In my whole life, I thought Mel Gibson played Jesus in Passion of the Christ.
No.
That'd be kind of crazy if he cast himself as Jesus.
I mean, it'd be on brand.
He directed Apocalypto as well.
And he played the natives. He cloned himself and did the makeup and everything, didn't he?
Can I just say, growing up in Estonia, a lot of Mel Gibson movies were played on TV, and he was genuinely like a hero to me. I thought he was such a cool dude.
Like in The Patriot?
Yeah, The Patriot. And what was that?
Braveheart?
What was that movie where he's like a cop and he has like another cop friend? I forgot. It's just like 3 of those movies.
The Other Guys.
No. That came. I'm not that.
Weapon?
Yes, Lethal
Okay.
Weapon. I was obsessed with those movies growing up, and then I find out he's not as wholesome as I thought he was.
He's not wholesome Chungus.
It broke my fucking heart.
Yeah, he's not wholesome Chungus.
That's one of the things I had to come to terms with as an adult. Was that like I can't like publicly support. Well, I don't support him at all.
Did you go see Hacksaw Ridge?
What is that?
Okay.
Andrew Garfield?
Yeah.
Sorry, I haven't.
He plays a medic who refuses to kill. He plays a soldier who refuses to kill, who is also a medic in the war.
Oh, that old bit.
Well, God protected him and saved him. He saved actually a lot of people too, not God. Well, God through him.
Yes.
Andrew Garfield's character saved a lot of people.
Okay.
And that was his claim to fame. And then he's not too humble about it, the guy.
I haven't seen it.
I'm talking about the real old man. He's always like bragging about all these medals, saving like a record number of people from dying in one of the most brutal wars. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of people try to take the limelight and really blow hot air into it to make it bigger.
That's weird. That just brought back a memory of mine that I completely forgot. I remember like I came home from school one day and my dad was in the living room with some old man. And he's like, son, this is General something. He's a Medal of Honor recipient. And I was like, nice to meet you. No idea why. Some like old ass fucking Medal of Honor guy in my living room with my dad.
Well, I was joking when I was throwing shade at him. I think it's actually very heroic and he deserves recollection for saving all those people's lives.
Did you thank him for his service at least?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, like
No.
did you have manners?
No. I said, cool, dude. You got a medal?
No, you did it. You with your dad.
Dude,
I know you. I know they were just filled with yes sirs and no thank yous. A ton of no thank yous.
A lot of no thank yous. When I was, if I'm ever approached now by a Medal of Honor Purple Heart recipient, I'm just gonna be like, well, do you have a YouTube million subscriber plaque?
We still don't.
It hasn't arrived yet.
Has it even shipped?
I don't know, dude. I ordered it in December. It's March. Where is it?
When I reached 100K, they accidentally sent me 2 100K plaques.
Lucky.
Yeah, it was sick.
Just in case you break one.
I did fuck up one of them. I accidentally like dragged like a nail across it, and then now it's all fucked up.
You accidentally drug a nail across it?
You know, it's the same
Just
way.
Estonian things.
The same way, like as like in those Predator videos where the Predator gets caught and they're like, "I didn't mean to. This was an accident."
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Oops.
like oops.
Interesting comparison to make.
Well, it's
You
literally
could
like
have said like, like when a woman gets her nails done and accidentally wipes the paint off on her way out of the store. but you said when a child predator gets caught and says, "Oh, I didn't mean to." Just a very interesting comparison.
Well, it's because it's like one of the only things you've been showing me on this trip are those videos.
I've literally shown you one video. I woke up this morning, you guys were watching them on my TV.
Oh, man. Some crazy things have been on that TV, man. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, you guys are live streaming my living room, and you're going on my
That's
YouTube.
your IP address.
They're going through my fucking YouTube like search history on my TV, live on stream. I'm upstairs watching. I'm like,
No, what's fucked up is you playing like gunshot noises in the middle of the night from your TV when Hoover's
they
trying to
were
sleep.
fart noises. They were
There
not
was-
gunshots.
Well, okay, when I was on stream, there was like a firecracker noise that made me go like this because
they were farts.
those were farts.
Those were farts.
That was a crazy.
The clip was in the
fart.
last episode.
You played the sound effect, yeah.
I
That's a
showed the clip too.
Crazy fart.
This is I could play it again in this one just to show you. You put your hands up in that clip. You're like,
It scared me, dude. I was like, I don't know what's going on in this country. I'm not from here. I don't know what the.
for the last week, I get on
fuck's going on?
Spotify, and my recent searches, the top thing is just 1,000 farts 1 hour.
Good.
Check this out, dude.
That was-
I can see
okay.
how that would kind of
It
sound like
was
a gunshot.
on your speakers. It sounded a lot scarier.
Not the very first one, but right afterwards. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, on your speakers, it was like it kind of shook the house. Looking back at the clip, I guess I genuinely thought my life was in danger.
You did?
Yeah, I was literally like, whoa.
That was very like fight or flight
Yeah.
or freeze.
I know that my neighbors, every time I do that, hear it, but I'm sure in their mind they're like, those aren't fart sounds. That must maybe like his speaker, like his stereo is glitching or something.
Well, recently they've been hearing a lot of Ninja Sex Party.
A lot of Ninja Sex Party.
lot of
And so much that I woke up with Ninja Sex Party stuck in my head this morning.
Well, they have kids. Maybe they love it.
Possibility.
If you guys ever want to give me a good birthday present, please put me in the same room as Danny Sexbang.
Really?
That Mel Gibson and Danny Sexbang.
It is hard to get a hold of Danny.
Okay, well, let's be careful with what we're doing here because Mel Gibson is, and Danny's Jewish. So.
Oh, forget what I was going to say, but you know what I mean.
Just Danny, I just was running through like my head about like all the past jokes
Yeah.
we've done about Danny, and I think especially since he's dealing with legitimate hair loss, I don't think I can. I just want to be respectful.
It's a hard thing when a man loses his hair.
I just want to say, I used to walk to school listening to his music. And I bought a girl in when I was 14, 15. This girl I liked, I bought her Ninja Sex Party albums.
Matt told me that, and so now hearing it come directly from you, okay, so did she like it?
I'm gonna be honest. Looking back at it, she was a little bit too quiet.
Wait, did you play it once she's like, okay, let's play it, let's go on a drive?
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I've blocked it from my memory. All I remember is going to band camp.
That's unspeakable Riz. Buying a girl a Ninja Sex Party CD? Yeah, so there's this guy named Ninja Brian.
And he has this partner called Danny Sexbang.
Who are you FaceTiming?
Just doing a business call real quick.
Oh, hold on.
I just gotta take a business call real quick. I'm sorry.
Doesn't seem like this person wants to answer the phone.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like business is going well.
Doesn't seem like you're worth it. Maybe you're not on their important contacts that goes above Do Not Disturb.
Wait, he put on the fedora. Maybe that'll help.
Danny Sexbang is unavailable to FaceTime.
No way you were actually going to.
No, I don't know what I would have said to him if he was on there.
He does not want to fucking be on this podcast. You know damn well he doesn't.
Mainly because he just disagrees with our political views.
Of course.
He doesn't think progress is such a hip thing, but I get it.
Of course.
From a different generation.
An older generation. Generations.
I mean, he grew up in a Hooverville.
Hooverville. My friend's called Hoover.
Yeah.
What does he do?
Do you know what a Hooverville is?
What is a Hooverville?
It's from the Great Depression.
Oh.
Because Hoover was president, not our dear friend, President Hoover. And a lot of people were really, really poor, so they built these kind of shack tent cities, and they were called Hoovervilles. And that's where Danny grew up.
Oh.
I was trying to get him to plug their podcast real quick.
Yeah, guys, our podcast is called Cool
remember.
Dog.
And it's with
My friend Hoover.
There it is.
Who is
Okay.
also on this podcast.
Yep. Can you throw up a screen grab? Your favorite screen grab, Luke.
Your favorite picture from that episode, and put it right next to me. So you can kind of get a picture of us together, what a podcast with us would be like.
I hope it includes Hoover, because I didn't say like if it was like which camera.
Oh.
But hopefully the context justifies. Yes.
Luke's a pretty smart guy.
Very smart. Probably
Very
the smartest
clever.
in the office.
Very true.
Luke is very smart.
And he's a beautiful man. He's one of my favorite SuperMega employees.
He's a gentle giant.
He definitely is.
He reminds me of the jolly green giant, just without the green skin.
Who's your least favorite?
A lot to pick from.
Okay.
Well, with that, we'll go to ads.
And then you'll come back and tell us which one after you've had more time to think about it.
Yeah, I gotta contact my representatives.
Okay.
Give him a little more of that boxed wine, some of that boxed Chardonnay, and we'll see. If
I might have to try some when we come back.
Might have to.
This is about to get classy in here.
All right.
Ads. Do your financial goals feel out of reach? Well, let me tell you something, SuperMegaCast listener. They don't have to be. With Chime's secured credit builder Visa credit card, you could start building credit with your own money through on-time payments and small, everyday purchases like groceries, streaming, and gas. Members see an increase of 30 points to their credit scores on average. Chime reports your payments to the major credit bureaus to help you build credit over time. All with no annual fees, large security deposits, or credit checks to apply. I used the Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card, and my credit score has actually gone up. I sleep better at night knowing that my credit score is safe with Chime. Start making your financial dreams a reality with Chime. Signing up only takes 2 minutes and doesn't affect your credit score. Get started at chime.com/super. That's chime.com/super. The Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card is issued by Stride Bank North America, pursuant to a license from Visa USA. Chime checking account and $200 qualifying direct deposit required to apply for the secured Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card. Based on a study conducted by Experian, Credit Builder members observed an average 30-point FICO score increase after 8 months, with regular on-time payments. Results may vary. See chime.com for details. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees may apply, except at MoneyPass ATMs and a 7-Eleven or any Allpoint or Visa Plus Alliance ATM. All right, you've had plenty of time to think. Least favorite Super Mega Boy.
Hold on, I'll pour myself some wine because I'm sure it's going to take you a bit to explain this.
Could I pour you some wine?
Sure.
It's polite, you know?
Okay.
Can you pour me some wine, man?
Sure.
Thank you.
Thanks, Matt. Okay, so go on.
My least favorite Super Mega employee. I think it's Jim.
Okay. Would it be too much to ask for your reasoning?
I mean, I'll go into it, I guess. I
don't want like 2 glasses of it. I want like a glass.
That's a huge drip.
I've been taking bartending lessons, and that's kind of like a little. They're called flair bartenders. They do really cool stuff. So I'm trying to. That is a lot of wine. You don't have to drink it all. I just was practicing.
Is that your cup?
I don't want any wine.
No, that's the pee cup. That's so we can pee during the podcast.
I might change my mind later, but I would like some wine, actually.
Okay.
But
I could pour some of this into a cup. You could have half of it, and it would equal at least a glass and a half of wine then, instead of 3.
I would like some wine, but I, you know, for the narcolepsy, I did take Adderall. And when I mix alcohol and Adderall, bad idea. You get a very bad headache.
Well,
You
more
feel
for
a little
us,
woozy,
man.
So more for
Yeah,
you guys.
this is delicious.
More for us. This
Chardonnay.
I gotta say, this is the most pea-colored white wine I've ever seen in my life.
It smells like beer.
I was about to say, it smells exactly like piss.
Yeah, those. Oof,
But
wait,
beer and piss kind of smell the
tastes
same.
like it too. You know, on my flight over here, I watched a couple movies because it's a long flight.
I want to hear what movies you want.
Now they better have been
Because I also
good
watch
plane
some
movies. Because when you watch a movie on a plane, you gotta make sure it's a movie that deserves no respect. Because you're watching on a plane.
Well, that's awkward.
So what did you watch?
Yeah, that's awkward for me too.
I-
Let's go back and forth because we
Okay.
both have seen movies on planes recently.
we have, and that's
So-
our big like bond. That's
Exactly.
what we have in common with each other. Well, to start off, I watched 12 Years a Slave. Never seen it,
Okay.
and I
what
thought,
did you think?
well, I thought it was a very good movie, but I think it's cheapened by the fact that Brad Pitt is an executive producer on it. And at the end of the movie, he's like the white guy that comes in and is like, oh, I'm a white guy that is against slavery. And
Wait,
then
really?
Yeah.
That happens?
That's literally what happens. He goes up to the master and he's like, I personally think this is fucked up what you're doing here.
but it's just Brad Pitt with that like Abraham Lincoln beard hairstyle.
Exactly, yeah.
Apparently, he's a horrible person.
He is. He's terrible.
I didn't know that, and I was very disappointed to find out.
Did you guys see the Golden Globes where everyone kind of had to like insert Brad Pitt into their speech? Like, wow, I can't believe he's here.
Yeah, they were just like, oh, hey, Brad Pitt. They put him in the front row.
Yes.
Well, I guess you could also say like one of his movies, what is it, Amsterdam or whatever the fuck that movie was. That
Mid-City, man.
Mid-City? Did you see it?
No.
What about movies you've watched on airplanes?
Okay, we watched multiple, so I'll go with my first one then. I watched, what is it called? I'm a Beast with Idris Elba. It's the movie where he takes his daughters to Africa and then gets attacked by a rogue lion.
Based on a true story.
Well, based on like a real lion.
The story
was the movie definitely didn't happen in real life.
Who's this legendary lion that they're kind of making movies
It was
about?
a pair of lions that I forgot where.
The story in the movie is, and let's see how it goes up to reality. The story in the movie is this lion's like pride or family got poached because of over poaching, and it was just then it saw humans as enemies and started attacking villages and ultimately any person it saw.
Oh.
Yeah, and it killed a lot. So
I don't know what the real. So let's see what the real story was.
Tsavo man-eaters were a pair of man-eating male lions in the Tsavo region of Kenya, which were responsible for the deaths of many construction workers on the Kenya-Uganda Railway in 1898. They killed 135 people.
Jesus. Damn.
And actually, it's pretty crazy because I watched a video about this where they brought people in to like hunt the lion, and like they shot one of them and like they shot it and it got away and it would stalk the.
That happens in the movie.
It would drive people out of
They
the
shoot
fence.
it with a tranquilizer and it kind of like I don't want to spoil it.
No, I might go home and watch it.
Yeah,
they're in a museum now. They're furs. They prop them up like look like they're hunting.
They were true beasts. So next movie you saw?
I'm actually gonna do a little bit of a throwback here to a movie I watched one time, which it's such an airplane movie. It's this movie where Jesse Eisenberg is this like stock trader guy where he wants to, I don't remember what it's called, but it's basically he's trying to like drag this Ethernet cable across this lightning cable across America so that they can do stock trades faster. And that's the whole movie basically.
I've never heard of this movie. I feel like
it is the
what
most.
Is it called?
Who
Do
else
you
is in
remember
it?
Who else is in it? It's been years since I've watched it. If you look up like Jesse Eisenberg lightning cable or whatever the
Look this up, Matt. Can you look that up?
I'm the Jamie of the podcast.
it is. It's the most airplane movie of all time because I don't think I would have ever watched it otherwise because it's like, oh, Jesse Eisenberg. I like Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah,
he was
Lightning, Fire from the Sky, 2001 movie.
Damn,
made for TV.
No, that's not it. It was in 2001. Jesse Eisenberg was like 10 years old.
Sorry, I searched Jesse Eisenberg Lightning, and he's in a movie called Lightning. So
in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he was acting since 10.
Dude,
Damn.
Apparently, he's looking.
It's a fiber optic cable, dude.
Yeah, it's a fiber. That's exactly it.
Hummingbird Project, 2018.
Yeah.
Okay.
58 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Not a single hummingbird in the movie.
No, not a single hummingbird. And Jesse Eisenberg gets cancer, and he just becomes like kind of a toxic person.
Like Steve Jobs.
Yeah. The Steve Jobs shit is crazy because he could have survived. He just like chose not to.
He wanted to, smoke his little hemp rolls and pray it away.
You guys should get a hookah right here.
I think I'm hooked out for life.
Never tried it because I heard it's like very bad.
We
It's like 60
overhooked
cigarettes.
years ago. We just hooked every night, multiple times.
We were hooking like
Put some
Mad Men.
coals.
Is it true that it tastes really good though?
Yeah, it was great. It was wonderful when you didn't ever have that experience before.
I feel nauseated by the taste now,
Yes.
just because of the association. Because when I taste that charcoal from it, nausea.
You can taste the, what is it called? Shisha. What is it? The
Shisha, I think, right?
Yeah.
There are some good flavors, though. We would fire up the hook and just watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
You pass out. It gets you so fucking buzzed.
Yeah, I remember.
Dude, we should fire up the hook.
Yeah, and I didn't really know about nicotine and I was like, oh, this gives me a buzz.
You never heard of it before. You're
No.
like, what is this nicotine?
They don't have that in South Carolina.
No, and I was like, oh, so I guess the more I rip it, the better I'll feel. And I took the hookah, dude. And I remember I took that hose and I was like,
That's actually a
I
great.
had to lay down for like 20 minutes.
That's
felt like
an
I wanted to die.
amazing mentality for drugs in general. Like the more you take, the better you will feel.
It's true.
Take as much as possible.
Yeah.
Because like my first thing is with any drug is to like, I guess in context, like take sips, sip at it.
Yeah.
But you just fucking.
Yeah, it was crazy, and I felt so ill.
Yes.
My head felt like it was about to explode. It was like boom, boom, boom.
Remember the time Daniel and I just did way too many edibles, like to the point where like we just were immovable objects. I think he was on his bed and I was on mine. We were just planted. We couldn't move for like hours.
Yeah, man, I've had some bad times on edibles.
Edibles are they're too unpredictable.
Unless you do like a small one right before a movie
That's fun.
that you know is like light, so it's one of those you might just not feel it, but if you do, great.
I did that before I saw Yesterday, the movie where the Beatles never existed. And I had a fantastic time.
We got to watch Yesterday.
We should. Dude,
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it. I want to though.
what's crazy about that, we have to watch it on Uncle Sleepover, our new Patreon movie series. But what's crazy is, you like that little promo I threw in?
Yeah, that was great.
Natural.
Very smooth.
In the universe where the Beatles didn't exist, Ed Sheeran is the Beatles. He's the biggest thing.
Really?
Yeah, and he plays himself
So it's Ed Sheeran.
as Ed Sheeran. And
That's amazing.
when he sees the guy that,
There's several decades between the Beatles and Ed Sheeran. So
but basically he goes,
I've never heard of the Beatles. What are those?
what are those?
when he hears about, when he meets the guy that is now becoming famous for singing the Beatles songs, and he goes, you know, they always said someone would come around better than me. Guess that day has come. It's not like that to that extent. And then they have a songwriting contest. Who can write the best song in 10 minutes? And he makes a new Beatles song.
Ooh. Well, Ed Sheeran is an actor. He was also in Game of Thrones.
Wait, was he really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh, just as a cameo.
Oh.
It was a weird cameo to like throw in and really took you out of this.
Did
kind
he
of,
also
like-
play himself?
No.
He fell through me portal.
The weird thing is, I mean, kind of. They just used him because they just made him sing by a campfire with a bunch of his little night friends or
Oh.
whatever. And then
Okay.
that was pretty much it.
Damn. So
Yeah.
even
So yeah, he essentially played himself.
even in that universe, he's canonically cooking mid.
Yeah.
Dude, when I went to Bangkok to visit my cousin a couple years ago, I was excited because I'm like, oh, it's gonna be so cool, like hearing like Thai
You have a
music.
cousin in Bangkok?
Yeah, I have a cousin who lives in Bangkok.
Oh,
Her and her
cool.
husband live there, and she's like, hey, I got a place. You want to come just stay for a bit? And I was like, sure. And Thailand's wonderful, and I was excited because I'd never been to a place like Thailand, and I was like, I love music, and I'm like, it's gonna be cool hearing on the radio, and it's just like all that, like we're gonna go to like some events that have live music, like hearing authentic Thai music. That's gonna be cool. All I heard was Ed Sheeran. That's all they play in Thailand. And people in the comments, if you've been to Thailand or if you're Thai or live in Thailand, back me up on this. Like,
Yeah, back him up.
please. All they play in Thailand is Ed Sheeran. And I went to, like, it's all I heard for a week. And I went to a thing that had live music, and it was just two Thai guys covering Ed Sheeran. And I was like, they love him.
He
over there.
runs that place.
Apparently, like, worldwide, like, that's the case in, like, a lot of foreign
No, yeah,
countries.
he's huge in Estonia. Like he's come to Estonia to perform before. That's how you know it's
No
real.
joke. Or like no joke. He's huge in Estonia.
He is huge, yeah. Humongous.
No.
Dude.
I don't know why that got me. I know why. Because it's fucking hilarious.
Do you ever, like,
Humongous.
if there's a music artist that made a deal with the devil to become famous, it was him. Because you look at this guy, and you're like, what?
No, like, okay, my theory
Like,
is
he
that,
definitely made a deal with Satan.
my theory is that he must be the most chill dude of all time because like everybody loves him. Everybody's like, "Oh, Ed, yeah." Like
You
I was
don't
I
love
was
him?
Ed
was a
shows up with that
sniper
loud
marker
pack.
earlier about
Starts
well,
rolling
everybody
fat.
in the industry, they've
Okay.
blackballed me, so I can't get anywhere near him. But in the industry, they're always like, "Oh yeah, I was in the studio with." I was about to say Ted Nevison.
He's the Ed Sheeran of YouTube.
And also it's Technovision.
Technovision.
I'm sorry.
He gets upset when people mess it up. Yeah,
I know
issues.
he's gotten physical with
It's
me.
supposed. He
before
made it
about
to sound like television.
So could
I'm so scared for my life right now.
He's gonna watch this. Go. That's not funny.
you should be.
He's gonna be watching the actually one. I know he will.
I remember one time Ryan was over and Ted was on FaceTime. We're on the couch, and I told Ted that he looked like real life troll.
Oh, yeah.
Which he does, and I don't know how much he liked it. I mean, I don't think anyone would like to be compared to Trollface, but then he did the smile, and he kind of does look like if they made a Trollface movie. Ted could play the main character.
He is like
Who?
Ted Nivision.
Got it.
Ted Nivison has like hilariously perfect facial structure.
Again, you got it wrong. But
Sorry, Ted Nivision.
Like
Is it?
television, yeah.
Ted Nivision.
A lot of people get it wrong and think it's Ted Nivision for some reason. But
Yeah, well, we're idiots, you know. How dare we?
yeah, he does. He kind of has that actor face.
He does.
I could see Ted Nivision being an actor because he does have that. Like, can't you kind of just see him on the red carpet, like with a suit on, like with that kind of photo?
Yes.
Yeah.
He has that face app looking face.
Like he'd be in a show like on like Silicon Valley or something.
yeah, like he looks almost AI generated.
Can I just get honest for a second? And I apologize that this will be a little bit gay, but I have kissed him before, and
I also have.
no lie, the kiss we had, it was like in my top 5 kisses of all time. It was like perfect.
He has soft lips.
He has beautiful, and they're like perfectly moist. They're just amazing.
And he's a passionate Tinder lover.
He is.
I haven't experienced any of this.
He makes sure you get yours before he gets his.
Okay, that's good.
That's the vibe I got.
very charitable. Love
He was
it.
taking care of me.
I'm glad to hear that. But
You'll get there
now
someday,
I
man.
feel kind of like there's a hint of jealousy. I'm sure. Like I might as well just say that, I guess. But I
okay.
will. I will get there one day.
You will.
Yeah.
You will. You just have to catch him in the right mood.
Okay.
Ted
I
has.
can put him in the right mood, maybe.
Yeah, you
know?
can. You can. I know you can.
All right, Matt. What are you texting and podcasting again?
This guy doesn't give a shit about me.
Just working on some business stuff.
What's going on, guys?
Matt's
I'm just trying to work on a little
Matt's
surprise
just
for
like
you.
loves being the villain of people's lives. Just this person in like a trilby hat, always above them. At some point, he's gonna strike.
I'm the puppet master, baby. No, I'm texting Daddy Sexbag saying that we have a fan. We have a friend from Estonia who grew up the biggest fan and would be honored if you could just FaceTime with him real quick to say hello.
Oh my god.
Which is true.
Oh my god. I'm gonna get so red. I'm gonna start sweating.
He hasn't texted me. I actually double texted him because he didn't text
Oh,
back.
I thought you were like in communication with him as we
No,
speak.
I've just double texted him.
Oh. You got
Last
my
thing he
hopes up.
sent me was
One of these?
this with the waffle emoji.
Waffle.
It was this and then a waffle emoji on November 21st.
Oh, so you guys keep in touch.
Yes, we do.
Have you guys seen these clips going around on Twitter of Cole Sprouse was on this podcast?
He wasn't on this one.
No, he wasn't on this one, but he was on a one with what is that big girl one? Not the
The Big Girl
Big Girls?
podcast.
yeah, the I forgot.
Oh, Cool Dog.
We do have an 80% female audience.
Okay.
Wait, really?
We do, yeah.
We have
yeah.
a 20% female audience.
Oh, well, together that's 100.
Look at that.
Okay.
This is like the perfect collab.
All girls.
It's definitely gonna. I think that can help both of us. Yeah.
But anyways, he was
Very
on this.
mutual.
He was on this podcast, and he had this like. I'm not gonna light the cigarette, but I'm just gonna get it out.
You can if you want.
Can I actually?
No.
God damn it!
I mean, you can take a puff or two.
I'll take a puff.
Do you
want
to take a puff or two?
I'll take a puff.
You got parliaments there?
I do have
Very
Parliaments.
European.
Here, I'll
you.
light up a little.
This is the most
I
amazing
just filled this
moment of my life.
with crushed up leaves. I just still like the habit of smoking.
Right.
So
Where'd you get the leaves?
just right under the tree.
Which one?
The one right out. The apple one. I think it has apples or some sort of like fucking.
That's poison oak.
Well,
I put the apples there. I put the apples in the tree because I wanted to prank Justin. But
That was
inhaling
amazing.
that?
do you like that?
Yeah, that was amazing. It's been years.
Hey,
since
can you? I want you to get a good rip for the camera for the thumbnail.
I mean, I can go look at what it looks
Hey,
like.
let's get a good thumbnail shot.
Of it bent up here.
So the Hoover one, he's smoking a cigar, and then yours, you're smoking a cigarette.
I need to like put this out somehow. It's got
Good thing this
dick.
room is surrounded in soundproof foam and curtains, so nothing to absorb the scent of the cigarette. Oh, and carpet. So
I will. It's kind of like how Ryan farts into the mic. I'm gonna leave remnants of me in the curtains.
See, I think it's only fair.
this was probably the worst room in the whole Flex to smoke a cigarette in.
Hey, I'll be coming back for the next
walls
week.
have canvas soundproofing, and then we have curtains. There's soundproof pads on the
the
ceiling,
carpet.
and 2 layers of carpet.
Yeah,
As long as there's not a smoke detector.
It does smell good. I love
thank
the
God.
room.
Well,
there
that's
is.
but it's
Oh.
not. It's fine.
Oh.
You can have a few puffs.
I love the smell of a room that has smoke in it.
No, me too. It's very nostalgic because my aunt used to just like she would
So-
smoke in the car with the windows down.
Well, neither of my parents smoked, so I don't know why it's so nostalgic for me, unless they lied and they did smoke when I was too young to actually remember it.
Dude, my mom smoking cigarettes is one of the most hilarious things I've ever seen. Because she would like secretly do it. She would go like somewhere behind like the house or something to do it.
But
and
you
then
would see her like plainly just, or you'd
Well-
see smoke just.
the reason why I could tell is because when she gets like a hit of nicotine, her face changes. She has like, so like when she would walk out from behind the
Are you
house,
sure she was smoking cigarettes?
as far as I know, but you know, how much can you really know a person?
I mean, she'd take a 12-hour nap. It's just crazy.
Well, oh yeah, the Cole Sprouse thing. I was just like, there's clips of him all over Twitter, like talking about his breakups or whatever, and he's holding the cigarette.
Oh yeah,
like
I see.
this.
I saw that. And I was like,
Yeah.
is that like a vape that he buy, or is he actually smoking a
Yeah,
cigarette?
it's kind of he like holds it like this, like above his head, and I was just
to
thinking
make a
about that.
clear point that this is a cigarette.
Yeah, this is a cigarette.
I am
I'm
smoking.
cool.
He's
Yes.
got that kind of e-boy look where it's like, yeah, cigarette. And, if you're an e-boy, you can't just smoke a cigarette. You have to kind of...
He's always come across as like a narcissistic, egotistical asshole.
Yeah. His brother Dylan is cooler, I think.
Okay.
Dylan
Yes.
apparently also said, was it... I might be getting them confused, but I think Dylan said in an interview that Cole used to just be a big bully, and Dylan would have to apologize to people like, yeah, it's my brother, I'm sorry.
I mean, that checks. I mean, I think it's just. Granted, I don't know the guy, but anything I see of him online just makes me upset.
I watched his
he
house
comes
tour.
across as just kind of like a dick.
A little bit snobbish.
Yes.
I watched his house tour and I was like, man, this shit's like.
Like Jaden Smith type of kind
Yeah.
of snobbishness, where it's
Yeah.
like I just know more than you because I've been able to experience life.
I wonder if that's because he played the nerdy brother.
Oh, so like Dylan was always like
Dylan was the
funny
ladies
dad,
one.
yeah.
And then Cole had to like kind of make up for
I wonder
that.
actually, because then when he leaves Sweet Life and stuff and child acting, he's like, I can really change my image and be like the cool guy.
Or he probably went to like a party once and was like, oh, you're the nerdy one. And then that changed his life forever.
But he's still just a loser.
Yeah.
Well, his character is of a loser. Who knows what he's like in real life?
Oh, he's super cool.
I mean, have you seen his acting in Riverdale?
Well, I mean, I love it because it's like I think it's like they purposely act bad because they know it's bad, and it's like that's supposed to like help
Yeah.
the content. I guess it makes it a very unique visual experience.
That's an
where
interesting
no
show.
one's giving a
It
shit.
does. I've always wanted to watch Riverdale because I watched the first season of 13 Reasons Why, and it was one of those like perfect shows where it's like
I saw
It's a
that,
perfect
too.
show, yeah.
it's like
Oh,
it's so bad.
It's awful, dude.
it's like yeah. And then somehow there's like 4 more seasons of it or 3. I don't
Dude,
know.
Danny not texting me back is my 13th reason.
You can go. We can simmer down if we. I mean, we need to take an ad break, anyways.
Yeah, and those guys out there are kind of being rowdy and loud.
I gotta
Well,
pee.
Okay, we can pee, have some pizza,
Or if you guys want, I can be the first guest to pee myself on the camera.
Couch is yellow.
It'll blend in.
it's gonna drip onto the carpet. Let's just at least for this one, we'll have you back and we'll prepare a little more. But just for this
Okay.
one, if you could just pee in the toilet.
In the
just thought it would
podcast,
be
like, oh, it
cool,
smells like
but-
piss and cigarettes in here.
I'm really gonna leave my mark on this.
It's a good episode name, Piss and Cigarettes.
If we can get it past,
We can't put either one of those words in the...
Wasn't there something big that just passed where it's like YouTube is cool again?
Yeah, they're
Yes.
easing back on certain profanity restrictions.
Like what?
Can
Can we say the F slur? The
Not the F slur.
The F word.
well, if we get Prezzo in here, he can for us. But no, I did see they're easing up restrictions to benefit channels like ours, would benefit the most.
That's great for you guys. I'm really happy.
Still cannot have profanity in the thumbnail or title, though.
But we can talk more about our right-wing political views. And we will when we come back. When was the last time you treated yourself to something quality? We're not calling you basic, but we get it. Sometimes it feels like quality things are out of reach. Now that MeUndies is available on the MeUndies website, Amazon, and in Nordstrom stores across the country, you don't have to choose between quality and convenience. MeUndies is offering 25% off plus free shipping on your first order when you order through their website. The undies are ripe for the taking. You know, I own nothing but MeUndies. In fact, let's see. It's hard to actually explain the design. It's like a mishmash of what I'm wearing right now. It's very comfortable though. It's a pair of light blue underwear with looks like paint swatches of like orange and dark blue. It's very nice. They also have a lot of other prints. That I have a wine and cheese print. You know how much I love cheese. They have patterns, cute little animals, whatever. Shopping for MeUndies has never been easier. In the mood to feel their famous fabric and see their bright, fun prints in person? Head to one of their select Nordstrom store locations or visit Amazon for men's and women's basics that are sure to change your underwear game. Remember, the MeUndies website is still the best way to explore all the undies and apparel they have to offer. From men's and women's undies, to joggers, to socks and bralettes, there's something for every comfy need. Join the MeUndies membership and save up to 30% on most purchases. Members also get tons of other perks, like early access and free shipping. To get 25% off your first order and free standard shipping, head to MeUndies.com/SuperMega. That's MeUndies.com/SuperMega. The sale is only available for online purchases. Remember, if you're not 100% satisfied, it's on them.
This episode of SuperMegaCast is brought to you by BetterHelp. I recently had some stresses in my life, things out of my control. So I turned to therapy, and I talked to a therapist, and now those things don't feel so out of control. That's the great thing about therapy, is it's a toolkit for how to navigate life. BetterHelp is a great way to start your therapy journey today. Getting to know yourself is a lifelong process, especially when we're always growing and changing. Therapy is all about deepening your self-awareness and understanding, because sometimes we don't know what we want or why we react the way we do until we talk through things. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who can take you on that journey of self-discovery from wherever you are. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/SuperMega today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/SuperMega. A healthier life starts with a deeper understanding of your body from the inside out. Your body has its own voice. You just have to listen.
Did we give Aksel a task?
Did we what? A task?
Yeah, remember? Did he have to think of something, or was that last time?
It was last time.
Okay. So
Right?
Oh, the least favorite.
Yeah. There's nothing else. There's nothing that we said we would come back with that you have to share. I just want to make sure that people are getting.
No,
Okay. No secrets. No funny.
I have secrets, but
Okay.
you're gonna have to get those out of me.
Okay.
Would you like to have some more wine?
Oh, I have.
Do you need more?
I have. I have
more.
enough.
You can
man.
always take some of mine.
Y'all trying to like get me to say some crazy shit on here, man.
Maybe for the last segment, I'll have a little sip of wine.
Oh, that's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be off the chain. Hizzy.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's off the hook, off the chain, off the rocker.
Off
Hizzy?
the walls.
Hizzy works. Off the walls.
The English language is beautiful, man. So many different things to say.
How did you learn English?
How do I learn English? So if you don't mind, I'll give you like a little bit of a deeper
I would love to hear.
backstory.
Let's hear it, brother.
So I grew up in a house that basically at one point my dad like was taking a stand against the government, so he stopped paying the electricity bills. So we didn't have any electricity for a while, which means I didn't have any TV growing up. But then I would go to my grandmother's house, and she would have Cartoon Network. She would have like Nickelodeon.
Okay.
And that's how I first got my introduction. I would just watch a bunch of Ed and Eddie and like Dexter's Laboratory. And then we moved, and I got my first computer, and I was like 6 maybe. And my parents like clearly didn't know what a computer was. So it was like, oh, let him go, let him be free. So
What's the worst that could be out there?
Exactly. I only posted our address like over and over again everywhere for no reason. And yeah, I guess it was just self-taught. I was just on there and talking to strangers, talking to a lot of old men, probably on Habbo, talking to a bunch of.
Have a hotel? Mm-hmm. I played that. Maybe who knows? Maybe we ran back.
Maybe we slept together.
Maybe
We could have.
I had to sleep with a lot of older men to get those Habbo coins. Or
The
whatever
Fernie.
fuck it-
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Habbo is one of my favorite things of ever, probably. Amazing game.
It is.
You've never played?
I never played. I always wanted to, but I thought it was PC only, and my dad's an architect, so I only had a Mac at home.
But Club Penguin you could play on a Mac?
Browser-based, yeah.
Oh, shit, okay. Habbo was...
Habbo was
I didn't realize
browser-based.
that.
What?
You doofus.
You missed out on some good dancing.
I know. It looked like a lot of fun.
Dude, so much fun.
Nothing beats RuneScape, though. Or Club Penguin. I don't know. Club Penguin sometimes
I have a
think...
Club Penguin tattoo.
I have
Did
a
you fuck?
That's awesome.
Yeah, I have a puffle.
That's sick.
That's such a
Thank
sick
you.
tattoo.
Thank you.
Now, you probably never did. But did you fuck with Millsbury?
Mm-mm.
Do you remember what Millsbury
That sounds
was?
familiar, though.
I don't. I'm not. It's
General
not ringing any
Mills,
bells.
they had a website that was like
that's what you told me about
it was
it.
just a bunch of JPEGs and like mini games that ran at like 2 frames per
Unfortunately,
second.
I have no recollection of
It was a
this.
cereal company MMO called Millsbury, and I loved it. It was awesome, and it no longer exists. Any Millsbury heads out there, we should try to bring it back. We're trying to watch The Sopranos the other night. Keeps freezing. I look over. He opens his laptop. He's playing Toontown.
And
he's like, it's not me.
Tuned enough?
I am tuning up.
Okay.
Toontown is literally what is the reason I'm here.
Really?
Yeah, like my best friends I met all from Toontown in like 2013.
Hoover?
Well, no, Hoover was he came along later. He was a little accident, but I was
Happy
very.
accident.
I started off as a Toontown YouTuber.
Really?
Yeah, I was a little deviant in the Toontown community.
What was your? Did you have like a specific character? Would you just change a lot, or did you have like a?
Well, my tune,
Yeah.
as they call it,
Okay.
was Vaughn, this blue bear. A very
Okay.
cool name, I would say. And my channel was called The Vaughn Show.
is there a secondary color, or is it just all blue?
Just royal blue, baby.
Nice.
Royal blue. And yeah, my channel was called The Vaughn Show because I was really into Conan O'Brien. So I wanted to do stuff like him on Toontown.
and you did.
You're the Conan
I
O'Brien
did.
of Toontown.
Yeah.
Little did we know we'd be sitting next to the Conan O'Brien of Toontown.
I never would.
That doesn't happen every day, man.
no, it doesn't. It doesn't.
But yeah, that was like my whole personality is basically all those like little kids MMOs because that's what I grew up playing, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
What were you playing the other night? Then you started playing another one.
Okay, that was a Flash game. It's called like Avatar High, where it kind of looks like Habbo, but you run like a high school and you get to like control. It's kind of like Sims in a way, where you get to control these students. But the coolest thing to me growing up was Second Life. Hey, don't give me that look. Don't give me that look, man. The second, like the coolest thing of all time was Second Life. I
Second
think.
Life is pretty fun.
I've never played.
We're going to play it on the channel.
You should. It's I made a
Dude,
Second Life video.
way-
It's so funny.
The way you can customize your character with the most fucked up proportions is unbelievable.
Dude,
And the people you meet on there, dude.
they're crazy.
They're all like in their 50s, and it's their first life, basically.
It is.
It's insane.
That's a good one.
Because it's
Thanks,
kind of like the first iteration we got of like the metaverse, where
It is, yeah.
that's why I thought it was so cool. Because I grew up in like this Estonian village, so I was like, this is gonna be my second life, my second chance at life, where I won't be in this fucking village. And I saw, I don't know if you guys ever watched like CSI New York, the show.
Okay.
They made an episode where they had to go into Second Life to catch a criminal.
yeah.
And that's the episode that hooked me. I was like, this is so cool. They had that guy that's in Forrest Gump. Because he was one of the, no, not Bubba. The
Michael. Wait, what's
Ginny.
his name? No, who's the
Lieutenant Dan?
Yeah, what's his name? Gary Sinise.
Yes,
Okay.
him. I thought he was one of the coolest dudes growing up, and he went into Second Life in that, and it was.
You don't still think he's cool?
I think he's Republican.
Well, he supports our patriots. I don't think that.
Supports our troops, supports our president.
You know, each to their own. I don't want to sour a beautiful thing here.
He does a lot of work for veterans. I just don't see what your big deal with.
Well, they're not defending me.
We got to stop the count, Forrest. Lieutenant Dan, I think the count should keep going.
I watched Forrest Gump recently with there's like these YouTube videos that you can do where it's the Vine boom sound effect at random intervals. And I had that in the background while watching Forrest Gump, and it lined up perfectly like 10 times.
How often does it do it?
It's completely random. So
Sometimes, yeah, but wait. Oh, so is it actually random, or is it video that is set up for random intervals?
it's a video that's
Okay.
Okay.
So, but like, how long is the video again?
like 2 hours.
Is there a potential to go by like 10 minutes without one?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
You can like there was times where I
I might have to try this out.
You really should because there were me and my friends when we watched Forrest Gump with it. It was the most hilarious shit ever.
That sounds hilarious.
Yeah,
I may not be a smart man, but I know what love is.
it would be like Jenny, is he like me? And it'd be like,
Did it happen then?
yeah, it did. Yeah,
That's the perfect part of the movie.
The most perfect one we got was when he sends like a check to Bubba's family, and the lady like she sees the check,
It
then
faints.
goes, and then she faints. That's literally what happened. It was amazing.
That's awesome. We got to do this.
You
man.
we really should.
We gotta find a good movie to watch. Schindler's List.
Oh,
Very sad movie.
It is.
I've only seen the second half of it.
never seen.
Have you seen The Pianist?
I don't think that's how you pronounce it.
Pianist?
Why'd they call it that, man? The piano player works just fine.
He's a pianist.
He's a pianist.
He's a pianist.
Oh, I am a pianist.
Yeah.
Fucking just call it the piano man.
I
Piano.
haven't seen the movie. I've seen a scene where I can't remember what he's yelling. But he's
I am a
yelling.
pianist.
Yeah. People are shooting him. He's like, "Stop shooting! I'm something." Whatever he was, Polish.
I've never seen that movie. I've seen it around, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, I
Do
mean,
you have a favorite movie, Ryan? Do you have like a movie that's like kind of like a standout to you?
like in terms of just like, yeah. I don't normally get a chance to talk about it, but The Iron Giant is a childhood favorite.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Love it.
Great.
Really good.
Pretty much anything that deals with nostalgia. I think like I could just Tarzan. I love Tarzan.
Tarzan, is that the one with like the
The Phil Collins soundtrack.
Yes,
Yep.
that is so cool to me. I've always loved that.
The soundtrack is, I think, better than the movie.
I think so too. It's a great decision to get him to do it. Honestly,
Phil Collins. Mm-hmm. Speaking of movies, I saw a great thread on Twitter. So
Speaking of movies,
Speaking of movies, guys. So you know how like foreign countries will change the name of movies sometimes to fit their market better or whatever? Mm-hmm.
or there's just the language barrier
Right.
in terms of creating a title.
I found a Twitter thread where it says for some reason the French love to translate movie titles from English to English. So they just change the name in English. Like The Other Guys is Very Bad Cops. Step Up 2 is Sexy Dance 2. What I really like is No Strings Attached is Sex Friends.
Okay.
They have a lot. Cocaine Bear is Crazy Bear.
it is a crazy bear to be fair.
Have you seen it?
No, not yet. But
I haven't seen Cocaine Bear either, Matt. Have you?
I have not.
my worry about Cocaine Bear is that they're leaning too much into the like, oh, this is a bad movie.
If you went to go see it, you would be supporting a female director.
Elizabeth Banks
Yep.
had a huge crush on her back in the day.
Cool Runnings is Roster
Back in
Rocket.
Zach and Marie Make a Porno.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
Seth Rogen classic.
I remember watching that on Comedy Central.
Or Spider-Man.
I love the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
It's very good. My favorite Tobey Maguire role was in American
Seabiscuit?
Ultra
Oh,
when
sorry.
he plays the villain.
American Ultra?
Yeah, we saw it in theaters with Jesse Eisenberg.
Is he in that?
Didn't he play the villain?
I thought it was Michael Cera or something. Maybe
Not Michael
wait,
Cera.
No. Hold up.
Tobey Maguire. I'm sorry, I'm confusing Tobey Maguire with the guy from that '70s show.
Topher Grace.
Yes, sorry, he played the villain. Toby.
Topher Grace was in Spider-Man 3 of the same timeline with Tobey Maguire as Venom, Eddie Brock.
Have you guys ever seen The Great Gatsby?
No,
Which one?
The Leonardo DiCaprio one.
Yes.
That movie is so weird
It sucks.
because they have that like Jay-Z dubstep soundtrack.
I don't like that movie. It's such a weird vibe.
It just feels like a fever dream. Like
I know.
The whole time I'm like,
That's the point. Isn't it beautiful?
it's like scary.
I read the book in high school and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Maybe because I had to read it.
The older movie's not that great either. Oh,
Which one is the
I
older
didn't
one?
like
When did that come out?
The older one?
Yeah,
70s maybe? I don't know. Let me check.
we got
Maybe
the
it was
goddamn
even
Great
before that.
Gatsby expert over here.
He's a Gatsby head, man.
That's what he's known for.
He's a Gatsby shipper, dude.
Hey,
Oh,
shout
yeah,
out,
it's
shout out RGB.
74.
Actually, it's RBG. Sorry.
There's a 49, 26. Yeah,
Damn, they've been
there's
making 'em like
multiple
crazy.
iterations. It's been around for a bit. But the one I'm thinking of was probably the 70s one. Had to watch it in school. I loved when they did that, where it's just like, we're just gonna read the book, and then at the end, watch the movie for 2 weeks straight.
Oh, well, we did that with an incredibly boring one. We did the Odyssey, Homer's Odyssey.
Wait, that's the one where there's a bunch of like Medusas in that and stuff, and the Cyclops. That was.
I thought the movie was boring as hell.
It is a pretty slow-paced film, I will say. We got to see Romeo and Juliet.
We did too, but it was the one with Leo.
No, we saw the one with breasts in it.
We saw the one with
Holy
Leonardo
shit.
DiCaprio.
At school?
Yep.
God damn.
I think we had to bring in a waiver that signed off on the fact, too.
You know what sucked is like the only like 90% of Estonian movies are very depressing. So when they would show us a movie, it would just be like, it would be like the idea of it is fun, and then you watch the movie, and then the whole day you're just kind of like, oh, man, what the fuck?
Like a Guillermo del Toro movie feels like. I feel like every time I watch one of his movies at the end, I'm just like, you know what? It's a nice story, but fuck.
It's funny you say that because I had a 7th grade Spanish teacher in like the first week of school in 7th grade. He did not know what he was doing. So he's like, we'll just watch Pan's Labyrinth. That's in Spanish. And he got suspended for 4 weeks from that.
Good.
This one girl was traumatized and her mom had to come have a meeting with the principal. It's a scary movie, I will say.
There's also like
The thing with the hand eyes thing, that was what...
the dude caves in a guy's skull by like busting him in the face with the stock of his gun over and over again.
Yeah, he just is like, it's Spanish, put on
That's
Pan's
in
Labyrinth.
Spanish.
just keeps going and caves his skull in.
To 7th graders. It was really weird.
That would be like that scene still makes me go Jesus a little bit.
Can I ask you guys something? Because
No.
oh, sorry.
Okay, now you can.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Growing up, right, I used to always watch like these kind of like American comedies where it was the American school life.
Mm-hmm.
I was so jealous of it. Like the lockers, we didn't have lockers.
Oh, lockers were great.
Yeah,
Well-
everybody had their own little designs on them and stuff. But like the aspect of like a suspension, like I don't think that's a thing in our schools.
I never got suspended. I did get detention though, like after school detention.
I never even got detention.
I got detention. But it was always for stupid shit. It wasn't ever for like misbehaving. It was
It was
like
for showing up late 3 times,
Uh-huh.
like not like in a row, but like they build up over the course of a semester.
stupidest thing was my bus was late sometimes to school. Just didn't count. I
That's
mean, no, it did
crazy.
count. Like I would still get in trouble for that. And I'm like,
Usually they can give you like a bus slip that you can turn in, but I do remember one time I had a bus slip and like the front desk lady was like, "Doesn't matter, you're still late." I'm like, "That's what the slip is for." But
was in a bad mood.
But I'm young, so I'm not gonna really talk back too much to an adult.
Because you were a good boy.
I was a good boy. Well, I was just quiet for the most part. I feel like in like high school.
my school had a lot of train tracks around it. It was near like the port with all the trains. So on the way to school a lot, you'd get stuck behind a train. And sometimes the trains would fully stop and then start backing up. And you'd be behind them for like 30 minutes sometimes. I remember the school was like, well, you're fully capable of looking up the train schedule on their website and leaving early. And I'm like, that's so stupid.
Where'd you guys grow up? Were you like suburb or country boys, or what was your...
It was like it was definitely like suburbs outside of Columbia, which isn't like,
a big city.
yeah. So I mean, it's like a mishmash. It's like country boys because eventually like it's like a melting pot of different southerns. You got the Chapin, you know, which is kind
Love
of
Chapin.
which is very more back, you know, country type.
Stupid.
Yeah,
Idiots.
great barbecue places in Chapin though. And
They do
then
make good barbecue.
You'll have, I guess, like Ballantyne and Irmo and Lexington, which are kind of like hubs, and then you'll have downtown Columbia, which is like the big capital. It's the capital of South Carolina, but it's not like much.
Columbia?
Yeah, that's where USC is.
He's from the capital.
Wow.
Born in capital, baby.
Damn, big city boy.
You. Yo. Yeah.
I'm from good old Charleston. Where Mr. Murdaugh's from.
Charleston, South Carolina.
Where Mr. Alex Murdaugh's from.
Yeah, you're related to the Murdochs, right?
Dude, the thing about the Alex Murdaugh stuff, so that, I mean, that's from right outside Charleston. It's the low country area. And, I mean, just like that family, I don't know why, every rich family in South Carolina looks like that.
Because they will only mate with each other.
And they're
all inbred.
unfortunately just some of the most ugly looking, no offense to Alex Murdaugh.
Okay,
Are you
here's the
talking
thing
about
is,
dead? Like these dead people were ugly.
No, I'm talking about just in general, like the old money
So
Southerners.
the alive ones and the dead ones But not because they're okay.
No, not because they're dead. I'm saying like old money Southerners are never handsome.
That guy's name pisses me off. It's spelled Alex Murdaugh, but then it's pronounced Alec Murdoch.
Hey, man, it's just the accent.
That's crazy, though.
Mr. Murdaugh.
Mr. Murdaugh.
Yeah, that's crazy, though.
Sinclair.
He was a big lawyer.
I've been like
attorney at law.
In a way, I feel like I'm like a weeb going to Japan and talking to Japanese people for the first time because this like opened up South Carolina for me. This case, I was following it a little bit, and now I'm like, I have 2 South Carolinian boys in front of me, which is crazy.
There you go. Anything you want to ask us?
Well, he's going to jail.
Well, what's it?
Life in prison.
What's going on down there, man? Like,
just like anywhere else, constant development, cutting down trees, making way for shopping centers.
I have friends from North Carolina, and they always shit talk South Carolina a lot,
Which is ridiculous.
Because North Carolina is boring as fuck. South
get why
Carolina has Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach, Columbia,
I've heard
Charleston,
things about Myrtle Beach.
Good thing.
Aiken,
Yeah.
Aiken.
Dorchester.
Aiken's another one of the. Never mind. Aiken's great.
Aiken's wonderful.
Greenville's good.
Little Africa.
Greenville's in the middle of a come up.
You guys have a place called Little Africa?
We do.
We do. I've never been. South Carolina is, I think, city-wise, as North Carolina beat. They have Charlotte, and Charlotte's nice.
And it's not like you can say North Carolina has Carowinds because we also have Carowinds.
We also have Carowinds.
It's
Theme park is split down the middle.
line.
Listen, guys, North Carolina has Mr. Beast. There's just no winning.
Well, I think that counts against North Carolina.
South Carolina has
he's a
Wings
hero,
of Redemption.
man.
Wings of Redemption.
South Carolina hosted Markiplier for Cinderplier Week.
I remember that.
Hey, and guess, you might have your little Mr. Beast thing, but guess what South Carolina has, specifically Charleston? Carl Jacobs. From the same hometown
But
as
he
Carl
migrated.
Jacobs.
He migrated to North Carolina. He hopped the border.
Well,
He's a traitor.
Yeah.
He switched sides.
Pisses me off, dude.
I mean, I would too.
Carl Jacobs
Nah,
code
I'm
switching
kidding.
like that.
Honestly, if I had to pick between North and South, I would pick South because you guys are fun.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Everybody in North Carolina, they're too like official, man. They're too like.
Our barbecue's better in South Carolina, too.
100%. We have the mustard sauce. Exquisite.
I'd love to visit someday.
You should.
Can we come visit Estonia?
You should. I would absolutely adore that.
I would love to go somewhere like Estonia. Just like
Because it's like
some shithole country that, I'm kidding. But I think it would be really cool to go to some place that I normally would never have any reason to go to.
Because it's like how many people can say that they've been to Estonia? The country has like 1.3 million
How
people.
many people would want to really brag about it?
Yeah, probably wouldn't come up in conversation.
Guess where I went this summer?
Estonia. Everyone's like, what? Who?
Is it like, does it have that kind of atmosphere that a lot of the like Soviet, post-Soviet countries have where it's just bleak and gray?
There's definitely areas where if you want that kind of experience, I can take you there and we can enjoy it together. But there's a lot of also
Y'all got a Walmart?
hell no, dude.
Oh, okay.
We got a little. Do y'all know what that is?
A little? Oh, it's called a little?
It's like
Just a little?
It's like a chain grocery store, pretty big in like Europe. It's a German thing, I think.
Okay.
I think they're in America now too.
I haven't seen anything.
You got to check it out, man. Their pastries.
Okay.
Did you grow up in one of those commie housing blocks?
I did live in a commie block apartment, and it was. I had like neighbors that tried to piss in my mailbox. It was crazy.
Sounds like LA.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
yeah, communist LA, man.
Do you like Estonia though? I mean, like, do you like living there?
I would say, I think I've grown a little bit tired of it. I think it has its charm, and when I'm like 40, I'd like to have
It's
a
your
little
home, you
little
love it.
countryside house. But I think my future is outside of it for now.
Okay.
Thinking about Australia, that's where I'm thinking.
Really?
About. Yeah.
What part?
Melbourne.
Oh, not middle of the bush?
No, maybe if I lose my mind a little bit more.
Just take a tent out there. And
You guys have been there though, right? You guys have been to Australia.
we've been to Melbourne.
What'd you think?
Obviously Americans are going to say Melbourne, but now I feel self-conscious because it's Melbourne.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I don't have the accent.
Melbourne.
But Melbourne, it's like any other, it's like Toronto.
It really
feels
felt like a Canadian city,
just
or
any
Portland
other,
or Seattle.
any other major city.
It did not feel like Australia. Like the only
But
thing,
we didn't go to like
The
anywhere
Outback.
in the Outback or anything like that.
which I'd like to, but the only thing that indicated that we were in Australia to me, like if I'd been teleported there, the only thing that would tell me it's not America is the cars are on the other side of the road.
Right.
But it was fun. I love Australia. I really want to go back. It's just a cool place to hang out. Cool people.
Cool
And
animals.
Love the accent. Love the
The
Australian
Australian accent is, I think, my favorite of all time.
Me too. It's my
Very-
favorite accent. It's so charming.
It is. It's very cute.
It's like either that or the New Zealand because they're so close.
Yeah.
New Zealand is cute as well.
New Zealand's got a little stank on it compared
Yeah.
to Australia. You know?
I think I prefer a New Zealand accent.
New Zealand.
You know,
New
it's-
Zealand. New Zealand.
they're both good, I think. I'm the centrist on this. I'll say they're both good.
New Zealand's above Australian accent for me.
New Zealand as a country, I would say, is like, I would love to visit because it seems like they got some crazy views in there.
And Rocket Power had a special where they all went to New Zealand to compete in a big sports competition.
Ooh.
So
I like the Bogan accent, like the really thick outback accent, like the Western Australia, like like that type where it's
like
it's,
the pilot in Kangaroo Jack,
Exactly. I love that called Bogans, right?
I guess.
The
I
Australian
don't know.
hillbilly.
Are you guys ever going to do more like travel vlogs, like SuperMega Goes to Japan? One of the most legendary videos of all
Well,
time.
we're gonna top it next time, but
we're
my
go-
passport's just not here yet.
We want to go to a 7-Eleven in Japan and have like the actual sequel to the 7-Eleven vlog be in Japan.
I'm going to be excited, man. Because I was literally telling Matt this, and you guys get this a lot, but that like that edit in the Japan vlog with the wires.
That got some people upset.
Really?
Mm-hmm. People on Reddit were like, good, he deserved it if he's that fucking stupid. But, if that, honestly, in their reality, I'm dead. So that's like hilarious.
Good.
Yeah.
Play with fire. Get
Like they
burned.
actually think that like I died and like I'm just dead. They didn't know who I was, but
What
I'm
a
just
way
some
to go,
guy.
eh? What a fucking crazy way to go.
Fucking idiot.
Natural selection at its finest.
Yep.
Yeah, but we want to do more, and it'd be cool to do other countries too.
Yeah, if you guys did Estonia, crazy.
SuperMega takes Estonia.
Yeah, crazy amount of views, man.
What would be the first place you'd have us go?
What would we do? Yeah. What would the vlogs consist of?
Definitely would love to get you guys like. Here's the thing: is to really experience Estonia, because I think the big cities, they're so like westernized now. Everyone's in the American cultural sphere.
Okay.
I really want you guys to experience true Estonia. So we got to go to like a small town.
I'd love to.
Go to like a bar and then get into a bar fight.
Get Atlanta drunk.
Yeah, exactly. Get Atlanta drunk in like an Estonian small town. I can take you to the guys to the fucking town that I grew up in. But then I'll probably run into a bunch of people that I went to school with and be like, no way, man. You really made it, dude.
And then we'll get to hear him speak Estonian.
Yeah.
He did it earlier today, and it was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Do you not like to pull it out or?
No, I pull it out. It's just most of the time, like people ask me to speak Estonian, and I'm like, I don't have like a go-to. Like I usually just end up saying like, ma ei tea, mis sa tahad, et ma sulle ütlen eesti keeles.
Which translates to?
I don't know what you wanted me to say in Estonian
Oh.
because it's just like an easy go. Like I don't want this to.
How about can I have a cigarette?
Kas ma saaks ühe sigareti, palun?
Okay. I feel like can I have a cigarette has a little less it's not as taxing to say.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot.
Well, it's
Or is there just a phrase that's better to say? It's like, give me that.
Gimme Siggy.
They're just like Anna, which is just give. That's usually how I outside of a bar I'm just Anna.
Can you tell? Arms extended.
I mean that's my language to Matt is like if I want the vape I'm like
That's what he does, yeah.
and he gives
It's in
it
the
to
other
me
room.
every time.
I'll bring it in for the after hours. But
Thank you.
do you could you maybe say a message to our Estonian viewers, saying that they should support us on Patreon to get the after hours starring their favorite Estonian celebrity besides Tommy Cash?
I was called the most notorious Estonian gamer on Estonian television one time.
Now, notorious seems to be used more in a negative way.
It was because I made this video about the Estonian government made a video game and it was so clearly just like money laundering. People pocketed a bunch of the money. So I was kind of exposing the politicians and they made like some stories about it.
Well, can you say a little message to our Estonian viewers, thanking them for watching and where they can find you in Estonian?
No, I'm going to say that in English because I want more than 2 people to find me.
Okay, but I can actually pull up our view stats from Estonia right now. I'll tell you. How
I'm
many
actually
people...
curious to know. But while you do that, I guess ma loodan, et te olete minu üle väga uhke, et ma tulin siia ja jagasin Eesti head nime. Nagu aus olles, ma olen päris purjus praegu selle veinist. ja kui ma jään purju ja ma olen kogu aeg inglise keeles rääkinud, siis ma hakkan vaikselt eesti keelt unustama. That was a nice picture. Ma hakkan, millegipärast mul hakkab eesti keel vaikselt ununema, aga ma tahan, et te kõik, mis sest, et üürihinnad on hästi kõrged, ma tahan, et te kõik lähete SuperMega Patreonisse ja annate neile $5 kuus, mis sest, et ei suuda oma üüri maksta.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Could have said anything. Wouldn't have known.
You'll never know.
We'll have someone translate it, I'm sure.
Yeah, unless you get like a Estonian correspondent.
There's at least one patron.
Yeah.
You know, who will leak us the secrets.
The YouTube Studio app doesn't go as much in depth as the desktop version, so I can't look explicitly at Estonian. But for the after hours, I'll be bringing the Estonian stats.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. There's something I wanted to say, but damn, this wine.
You wanted to promote yourself?
Oh yeah, I do want to promote myself. Probably by the time that this comes out, because we're doing a little Cool Dog X SuperMega where you guys will come on our pod. So if you guys want to, I know how much you guys love these guys. So if you guys want to see more of them on our podcast, go on over to Cool Dog Podcast on YouTube with Hoover and I, who I heard had a pretty good episode on here.
Yeah, so if you've listened to both these episodes now, imagine those two guys together on a podcast.
With these two guys.
You might have died of laughter.
Yep. Things might get crazy.
So,
well, it was great having you on.
I was happy
We love
to be
you
here.
so much.
I love you.
You're a wonderful, silly little man.
You guys are my heroes.
You're our hero, dude.
I love you guys.
You're like
Love you
Estonian
too.
Superman to us.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
You want to say goodbye to the people?
Goodbye, guys. I'll miss you. It's like a Nardwar outro, man.
Matt and Ryan, that was not funny. But I love Super Mega.